Good morning, this is my Shaman Oracle reading for this week, and today I continue reading for Leo, Virgo, Libra, and Scorpio. And the reading starts with Leo. Welcome, Leo. The first card is Hope. Hope is always there, even if we cannot see it. So optimistic expectations, they can help change a negative situation into a positive one. The fairy of hope flies in to remind you to believe in hope, for it is the key to the door that can lead you away from your current predicament. No matter how hopeless things may seem, if you look deep inside your heart, your spiritual heart wisdom will reveal a glimmer of hope, and this can lead you to a brighter future. So this fairy tells us always to stay full of hope, because positive thoughts and beliefs can literally change your future. On this card we can see a rainbow, the symbol of hope, and a dove of peace flying towards the fairy, showing us that hope and peace often come together and that anything is possible. Sometimes we just need an extra boost, so the fairies fly in on the wings of the dove to let us know that they are with you while you are experiencing some difficulties. Remaining hopeful while those around you are full of doubt and negativity can be extra challenging to you. But remember that hope comes from deep within our hearts and is an excellent habit to cultivate. Heart wisdom and hope will see you through whatever is going on for you and those around you right now. So have courage and trust, because the fairy of hope walks hand in hand with peace and miracles. Next card is the Maple Spirit, and the Maple Spirit is about generosity. Beneath the large trunks of the maple tree, animals are invited to rest at any time. You might see a doe and her fawn curled in the midday shade. Squirrels, they scamper up the trunk and dash from limb to limb, and a rabbit stops to sniff the air. Creatures, large and small, are drawn to take refuge in the maple tree's shade. What you give out comes back to you tenfold is the message here. There are times in life to receive, and there are times to provide love, services, and items to others. So this card suggests that this is a time to give with your whole heart. Give without thinking of what you will gain in return. And by doing this, you enter into the flow of the universe, and blessings will shower upon you. Maple trees are thought to be a very old species of trees. They are known to withstand environmental changes and can survive and thrive in various climates. Some traditions believe that a maple tree lends some strength and power to those around it. So if you tap into the maple, you will find a sweet sap, which symbolically brings sweetness into your life. The spirit of the maple tree says, be open to receive the bounty of the universe and at the same time be generous with others and with yourself. A warmth of spirit radiates from you, so share from your heart and receive with an open heart, and success will blossom. Now we come to Rabi'A, and Rabi'A or Rabi'A, she is the queen of saintly women, and she says, I am in service of divine love. I move the way love asks me to move. So who is she? Rabi'A represents a rare and pure love that doesn't seek anything other than simply to love. Rabi'a al-Adawiyya was one of the most influential Sufi women in Islamic history. She is a Muslim saint and a Sufi mystic who lived in the 8th century in Basra, the present-day Iraq. On the night she was born, her father had a vision of Muhammad telling him, your newly born daughter is a favorite of the Lord and shall lead many Muslims to the right path. So when Rabi'A was still just a little girl, her father died, and she was then sold into slavery. She would pray every night to be released so that she could spend the hours of her day in service of Allah, the Arabic word for God. When her master overheard her prayers and saw that she was illuminated with light as she prayed, he realized that she was a saint. So he released her immediately, and she went into the desert and worshipped in solitude. Rabi'A became known as the queen of saintly women because of the purity of her love and her devotion to Allah. She set forth the doctrine of divine love, known as Ishq Hakiki, and her poetry emphasizes her desire to worship for the sake of loving Allah and not for any personal gain. So she worshipped for the sake of loving Allah and not for any personal gain. And in one of her poems, she says, I carry a torch in one hand and a bucket of water in the other. She wants to set fire to heaven and put out the fires of hell. So that love seeks no gain except to be in service of love itself. And she explains, I do not want to worship from the fear of punishment or for the promise of any reward, but simply for the love of Allah. So when you get this card in your reading, it gives you the message that in her lifetime, Rabi'A embodied a freedom that divine love is offering us. If we see her life as a metaphor of the soul's progression, she went from slavery to sainthood by devoting herself to Allah. Her only concern was the love that she could give to God. Her every action was motivated by her devotion to God, and through it she received the greatest spiritual gift, namely self-realization. And although it can be very difficult, loving without expectations is a profound spiritual practice. More often, our love for someone is loaded with ideas of who that person needs to be for us. But divine love is unconditional. It is a love that seeks only to love. No hidden agendas and no strings attached. So Rabi'A relates in one of her poems, writing, prayer should bring us to an altar where no walls or names exist. And each time we are able to love someone or ourselves without conditions to that love, we arrive at the altar within us. We remember what Rabi'A knew so well, that to love just for the sake of loving lets the divine act through us. So ask this soul voice meditation: are my current actions motivated by love? And say this intention: I am in service of divine love. I move the way love asks me to move. Now we come to the Angel of Strength card. It is about personal power and the inner strength. This amazing angel brings the news that this is a time of increasing power for you. It is not a time to be passive or submissive, but to speak your truth and take action on your own behalf. You are capable of taking greater control and directing your own destiny, for the power that comes from within reaches out to the universe and beyond. Inner strength and unlimited resourcefulness, they flow through you at this time, helping you to create real results. So call upon this wonderful angel and on your own inner resourcefulness to bring you the focus and resolve to do what is necessary in order to make your dreams a reality. Say this affirmation: deep within me is an abiding strength that knows no boundaries. I have all the power I need to achieve all that I want. Now we come to the card Peace. The essential meanings are freedom from attachments and radical acceptance. The oracle's message is that it doesn't get any better than this: a quiet mind, a heart fulfilled, freedom from any wants and the soul's satisfaction. The way to peace is through radical acceptance. Everything in your world is exactly as it should be. Harmony is beautiful, so enjoy it. There is a relationship message. When two people are in true alignment with one another, they have an innate harmony between them. They are as two perfectly tuned instruments playing together, and sometimes it is impossible to tell who is who. Peace is yours, and it is to be savored. There is a prosperity message. This is one of those times when you are capable of clear vision about your work and how you create your prosperity. Whatever you are doing, keep doing it. You are called by a presence to step into your power. Just being is enough, for you are in peaceful harmony with spirit, and it shows in your work. There's also a protection message. Now is it time for calmness and well-being in spite of temporary conditions. Even if there are dissonant notes in the music of your life, all that means is that you must go within and fine-tune the extraordinary instrument that you are. So find harmony within yourself and do not look to the outer world to provide certainty. This too shall pass, and once again your life will be filled with beautiful music. And the wild unknown animal spirit card that came out for you is the elephant. It's about being unstoppable, being auspicious, and wise. The elephant is arguably the most auspicious figure in this deck. Like Ganesh, the elephant god, the card represents immense wisdom as well as good fortune. It is said that a great elephant is the destroyer of obstacles. So if this card appears, then you might feel stuck, rest assured the pathway will soon become clear. To add to the mystery, the elephant is also known to create obstacles in order to steer us in the right direction. So trust this gentle and noble creature, because it illuminates the way with the light of self-knowledge. When the card is in balance, then you have a one-pointed focus and you are generous and very loving. When out of balance, you might misunderstand your fate, and to bring into balance both of them, you need just to trust. That was the reading for you, Leo. I do thank you for listening. I wish you the rest of a good week. Take care and goodbye.